Hello, welcome back to 1874. The international break is over. We're back in the swing of things, and it's time for the Statto preview show as Villa head to Tottenham Hotspur on Sunday. I'm your host, Dan Bardell, joined by a very poorly AVFC Statto, and this show is sponsored by Match Bingo. If you head to 1874.io/Match Bingo, you'll be able to get bingo cards around all the sport and football that's on at the moment. They cost £2 each. You buy 4, you get 1 free, and you can win yourself between £25 and £250, sometimes more as well, depending on the game. You don't have to do it. Obviously, you should always gamble responsibly. But if you could sign up, it really helps us as a channel, and it will give yourself a chance to win a little bit of money when the football and the sport is on without a massive outlay. So do check out Match Bingo, our sponsors, and thank you to them for continuing to sponsor us. Statto, not very well, are you? Got a bit of man flu.
I'm fine. I've got a bit of got a bit of stuff coming. You know, the winter is coming, isn't it? So yeah, but I'm very happy the international break is over. Villa are returning. And quick bonus stat before we get into this.
Geez, you're not messing around, is it? I was about to make a joke about you doing your sniff, and people might be driving along in their car and it'd be so loud and it causes an accident or something. But I won't do that.
That happens. Yeah,
go on and hit me early start.
Now we're back from the international break. That's a good thing for Villa normally, because Villa have won 8 of the last 10 games after an international break, drawn 2. So unbeaten, in 10.
Unbeaten in 10 after the international break.
Correct. Yeah.
Oh, and take you back. I bloody love the international break order.
Yeah. So
didn't realise that.
It's pretty good, isn't it? Because most of the Villa players that went away did really well for their international teams, scoring goals.
It was the same the last break as well, wasn't it? Before, when we weren't doing well, but they came back from the international break doing pretty well. Yeah. Then I imagine we are unbeaten after the last international break, would be my thought.
Probably.
Yeah, we would be. So this is great. Great time for the international break. Bring back the international break. Let's get the first stat then. Of course, as I said earlier, Villa are heading to Tottenham, a ground where I feel like we've done okay over the last few years under Emery, except for last season when we got absolutely battered 4-1. I still don't know how that game was 4-1. Let's get the first stat up then from AVFC Statto, and the stat is that Ezri Konsa is set to start his 200th Premier League game this weekend for Aston Villa. Incredible durability, incredible numbers. Statto, I felt I'm quite late to the party on this, but it's taken a while. Konsa is now becoming one of my favourite players. I absolutely love him. I think I've always kind of not undervalued him, but just because he's just consistent, I don't often sing his praises. But at the start of this season, something's clicked inside me where I just think, I love this guy, Oda.
Every time I watch him, I think he's just world class.
World class, that's big.
Yeah, I love him. I think he's great. 2 quiz questions to start the day if you want them.
Ezri Konsa quiz?
Well, it's not really an Ezri Konsa quiz. It's more about the number. So, Konsa, 200th Premier League start this weekend. If he starts, which we presume he will, he'll become the 9th Villa player to reach this milestone in the Premier League. And he will be the first in the current squad to do it.
That helps, because my first guess would have been John McGinn, so that helps.
People often think John McGinn.
Yeah.
John McGinn is on 198 starts.
He had injuries, didn't he, McGinn, when we first got into the Premier League, had a long spell out injured.
Yeah, so John McGinn's on 198 starts, so it'll be 199 on Sunday. So there's been 9 players for Villa who have started 200 plus games in the Premier League.
Ian
Taylor's one, 202.
Lee Hendry.
Also 202. You've got number 7 and number 8.
Have I?
Yeah.
Gareth Barry.
Gareth Barry's number 1, 353.
Trying to give duration of how long you'd have had to have been at the club. So Tails was there. Alan Wright,
255, number 3. Yeah.
So they were at Villa for about 8 years. So you're looking at having to have been at Villa around that time or more. I've got 4, have I?
Yeah, you've got 4 left. Yeah.
I was going to say Steve Staunton.
Correct, 233.
What number's he?
4. You're missing number 2.
Yeah.
Number 5 and number 6. Number 2, striker.
Oh, it's not. No, it can't be. It's not Dwight York, is it?
No, it's not Dwight York.
No, it's not Dwight York. So I said that wasn't a guess. I just said it's not Dwight York. Although if you'd have said yes, it is, I'd have taken the credit for that. Absolutely.
Dwight York has 160 starts for Aston Villa in the Premier League.
Striker, 200 starts.
292 starts to be specific.
It might be Gabby. Jeez.
Yeah, Gabby 292. Yeah, and then number 5 and number 6. Do you want to? It's a clue. They're both defenders.
Right, defenders. Mellberg was with Villa a while.
Mellberg, number 5, 231. Yeah, and then number 6 at 219.
Would it be Big Hugo?
Big Hugo is correct. Yep.
I've done all right there.
Yeah, you've done really well. Yeah, I think you got more, didn't you? Apart from Gabby. Well, I give you a bit of help.
You gave me a little bit of help. I surely would have got to that in my mind. I got more obscure ones than Gabby there, I would say.
So Konsa, 200 Premier League starts this weekend. Since 2019-20, when Konsa joined, there's been 6 Premier League players to hit 200 Premier League starts.
Don't ask me to name that.
Want to try?
Oh, okay. Since Konsa joined Villa, 6 other players in the Premier League as a whole have hit. So they've gone from 0 to over 200, or they've hit that number in that time.
Since 2019, they've got over 200. Yeah.
Declan Rice?
Declan Rice is number 3 with 217.
Where I pulled that from, I do not know. What was that? My first guess. Salah's got to be in there.
Salah, number 4 with 207.
There's got to be a few for Liverpool there.
No.
Is that the only one for Liverpool?
Liverpool player, yeah.
So I was going to go down the Liverpool route there because their team's relatively settled, isn't it?
2 from Everton.
2 from Everton? Shams Coleman?
Nope.
Oh, tricked me there. He's been there for so long.
Yeah, he doesn't start many though, does he now?
No, not now.
Defense.
Unbelievable content here. Me just thinking.
Yeah. I'm trying to fill the blank space with.
Just if you could just pad for a little bit whilst I was Everton defender. Not Tarkowski.
Tarkowski is number 1 with 225.
Is he?
Yeah.
Pickford one.
Pickford number 2 with 224. Yep. And then there's 2 others, number 5 and number 6. You probably won't get, so I'm going to just tell you.
Give me the club.
Number 5 is played for Nottingham Forest, Southampton, and West Ham during this time.
James Ward-Prowse.
James Ward-Prowse, number 5. And number 6 is a goalkeeper who has probably won the most Premier Leagues in this time.
Edison.
Correct. Edison, 202. Yeah, and Konsa will be the 7th player to reach that milestone in the competition. So, yeah.
Fantastic. I wish I'd known we were doing so much Konsa, then I could have done the thumbnail as Ezri Konsa, but I did not know. And alas, the thumbnail is not Ezri Konsa. I don't think it is anyway. I need to go back and check.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay, Statto. No need to apologise to me. Just apologise to yourself.
Yeah.
Right then, let's look at the second AVFC Statto stat. Since the opening of the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in 2019, only Mo Salah, 4, has scored more goals in the Premier League games. Sorry, I got something in my throat. Only Mo Salah, 4, has scored more goals in the Premier League games for an away side than Ollie Watkins, who has scored 3. In my head, I thought Ollie Watkins had a good record at Spurs.
Yeah, Ollie Watkins has got good records at most London grounds.
He loves a bit of London, doesn't he?
Yeah, he scored 4 goals at the Emirates. If he scores again this weekend, he'll have 4 goals at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, which would equal the record for Villa players' goals away grounds. So Ollie Watkins has 4 at the Emirates, like we said. Luke Moore has 4 at the Riverside Stadium, Middlesbrough.
Go on, Luke Moore. He's got a hat trick, didn't he, one game?
Yeah. Gabby's got 4 against Everton at Goodison Park. Dean Saunders 4 against Crystal Palace or Wimbledon at Selhurst Park. Gabby at Stadium of Light with 4, and Dwight York at Highfield Road, Coventry with 4 as well. So if Ollie Watkins scores 2, he'll beat the record. If he scores 1, he'll equal his own record. So, yeah.
No Benteke in there. Benteke, no. So I'm going to throw on Benteke Stadium of Light. No, that was Gabba. He did get a hat trick at the Stadium of Light. Benteke. That's why I'm thinking he might have got another one there, but maybe he didn't.
He got 3 at Anfield. He's got 3 at Anfield. Benteke.
Yeah.
He has
Stadium of Light. I'm thinking. I don't know whether I've just got it in my mind because I was in Sunderland last night.
2 at Stadium of Light.
No. I was questioning Statto's numbers there.
2 at Goodison Park, 2 at the Emirates, 2 at Stadium of Light, 3 at Anfield.
I know you're right, actually. He did score 2. I questioned you, and I should not have done. He didn't get a hat-trick. I had in my head he got a hat-trick, but Gabby got 2, and he got 2 in that game. I'm thinking of when Rushy and Hepburn Murphy came on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of. Okay.
Yeah.
Well done, Statto. I tried to come for you. Alas, I should not have done that. That was wrong of me. I was wrong.
You'll learn your lesson one day.
I hold my hands up. Usually, as when I was wrong, then you realise you were right. You sat up. better stance, just to
peacocking.
let me know.
Yeah.
You don't know about stats, Daniel. You're not the boss. You're not the boss of this show. You're the boss of stats. Right then, the third one we've got is the last drawn Premier League fixture between Aston Villa and Tottenham Hotspur happened in May 2012. That's a really good stat.
Yeah.
I'm sucking up to you now. It's a great stat. Unbelievable stat from you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah.
This fixture is never drawn, basically.
I don't really know. I'm trying to desperately remember this game. So May 20. No, that would have been That would have been near the end of the season.
Villa scored a good goal in this game.
What? Who was it? In 2012, and it was Paul Lambert.
Yeah. By a player who rarely scored goals for Aston Villa. First name starts with the same letter as his surname.
Oh, Kieran Clark.
Kieran Clark, yeah. Kieran Clark in that game.
No memory of Kieran Clark scoring a good goal against Tottenham, I've got to say.
Danny Rose got sent off, and Adebayor scored a penalty. But since that fixture, there's been 20 Premier League games between Aston Villa and Spurs. Spurs winning 14 of them, Villa winning 6. Only 2 fixtures in Premier League history have ever seen more successive games without a draw.
Really?
Newcastle v Spurs, 21 from August 1999 to December 2010. And Chelsea versus Crystal Palace, 26 from September 1997 to February 2024. So, yeah, there's no draws in this game, so don't back the draw. No bet.
No. I'm desperately trying to think of this Kieran Clark goal, and I just can't. I'm going to have to Google it afterwards. I can't remember it. Could you describe it to me if you remember it, and then maybe it will come back into my head? This will be a test of your descriptive skills.
Left foot, outside the box. Wild celebration.
No, I have to look that up. That is nothing. There's nothing coming to me there at all. Is it 1-1 in the game then?
1-1 in the game. Yep. Last draw. Yep.
We would have been needing points to stay up at this point, surely.
Probably, yeah.
It was Paul Lambert's Villa, so was it McLeish? 11, 12, 10, 11 was Julio. It was McLeish.
100% McLeish. Yeah. That's it.
Oh, I do remember. It was at Villa Park.
It was at Villa Park, yeah.
Dude took a massive deflection.
That still counts as a good goal, though, right? If he took a deflection.
Yeah, and Danny Rose did get sent. I was thinking of, because we were away, I was thinking of goals at the Spurs ground. That's why I couldn't place it. I do remember it. I remember Emil Heskey going through on goal and being one-on-one with the keeper when we really needed a goal. He was like clean through, no one anywhere near him, and he didn't score. I do remember that. Oh, well done, Statter. Well done to you. Right, fourth one. Tottenham Hotspur have won just 3 of their last 17 Premier League home games, drawing 4 and losing 10. There's very much a Postecoglou bias within those stats, isn't there? They have lost under Frank already at home. They lost to Bournemouth, didn't they?
Correct, yeah. I was going to preface this stat by saying this is mostly under Ange. But since the first game of this run, which was November 10th against Ipswich in 2024, no ever-present Premier League side has lost more home games than Spurs.
Okay.
Or picked up fewer home points than Spurs. So Spurs, during this run, have obviously played 17, won 3, drawn 4, lost 10. Villa have played 18, so 1 more, won 11 at home, which is 8 more. So, yeah, it just shows you how bad Spurs have been at home. Sunderland, who have just been in the league for 3 games, have already won 2. So they've already won behind Spurs. So, yeah, Spurs not very good at home in recent times. So, yeah, hopefully we can beat them on Sunday.
Yeah, big fan of Sunderland now. I am after my first visit there last night to do something with Niall Quinn. Their fans were great, really, really, really nice people. I've never been to Sunderland before, but I really enjoyed my evening there. Not that that's got anything to do with what we're talking about, but you've mentioned Sunderland a couple of times. So I just felt the need to throw it in there. Let's get the final stat up then. Tottenham are currently on a 7-game unbeaten run across all competitions. So you went with like the negative stat against Spurs, but then just to cover yourself, you've come in with a little bit of a positive one for them.
Kinda. So
I know your game.
Since losing to Bournemouth at the end of August, Spurs are unbeaten in 7, like you mentioned. However, they've drawn 3 of those and have looked sort of less and less convincing over the last few weeks. They squeaked the draw against Wolves. Against Wolves.
Yeah, they did.
They came back from 2-0 down to beat Bodo Glimt in the Champions League, and then they beat Leeds 2-1 last time out. Spurs are overperforming from what the stats say. So they scored 13 goals, some unexpected goals of 7.5. That's an overperformance of 5.5 goals, which is the most in the Premier League. So I think they've been lucky. So hopefully their luck runs out on Sunday and we get a win. I predicted 2-1 to Villa.
I have done that on my Premier League preview show with Jonathan Wilson, which people should check out over on 1992. It's called 1992, a show about the Premier League. Jonathan Wilson and Jonathan actually hasn't predicted Villa to lose once this season yet. Obviously, we have lost, but he never predicts us to lose for some reason. He's predicted a draw, which we now know is not possible.
Yeah,
I've predicted 2-1 to Villa as well. I've just got a feeling that we're going to win. It's not one of those feelings where I'm certain. Like for some reason, the Burnley and the Fulham games, I've been certain that we're going to win.
Yeah,
but I'm not certain of this one. But I've got a good feeling.
I can remember a few episodes ago, you were lambasting Villa defenders not scoring ever.
Yeah,
this is a fixture where Villa defenders score goals.
Torres has scored in this fixture, hasn't he?
Scored in the last game against Spurs last season. We've been 2-1. Pau Torres has scored at Spurs. That's the only two examples I can think of off the top of my head.
Not great numbers there, to be honest. You've tried to prove your point, and I don't think you've massively proved it, to be honest.
Well, 2 is better than 0.
It is. That's why you're the numbers guy. That's why you're in charge of the numbers. 2 is better than 0. We can both confirm that. Right then, Statto, thank you ever so much for joining me today. It's been fun as always, and you'll be back, of course, next week to preview Manchester City. Manchester City's our next Premier League home game. It is, isn't it? Next Premier League game.
If you say so.
Yep, you'll get the numbers. Statto will get us all the numbers around that. Of course, we're all hoping he'll be able to add some positive stats from Villa beating Spurs into his Manchester City stat pack. So this has been, I'm not sure I called the show the stat pack at the start. I don't know whether I did. I didn't call it its old name, but I'm not sure if I called it the stat pack. So this has been the Stat Pack with AVFC Statto and myself, Dan Bardell, sponsored by Match Bingo. If you could check those guys out, that would be absolutely brilliant for us. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel with your post notifications on. Give us a like and leave us a comment as well with your thoughts on Statto's stats today. Do the same on Apple and Spotify. Subscribe on there. Leave us a nice review or comment if you can. Give us 5 stars. All of those things really, really help us. Got the match preview with Dacha. I need to text over it. I've got a match preview with someone at some point. That'll either be out Friday night or Saturday morning. So do watch out for that, depending on which order you watch these shows in. You may have already watched that and come back and watch this. And if you did, I thank you very much for watching the content. Got some more niche content that came out in the international break as well, which is doing quite well. I sat down on the sofa with my wife and quizzed her on Aston Villa to see if any of my love and knowledge of Villa had rubbed off on her. So do watch that to find out how much my wife listens to me around the house. And yeah, be back soon with another show. So thanks again to AVFC Statto. Only one way to finish. It's an up the Villa from me, and it's an up the Villa from AVFC Statto.
Up the Villa.